Hi, I'm Rob Donovan. Welcome back to the Results Cast. I'm really excited about this show. We actually have an update on the missing microchips. So what is the microchip issue? Well, about August of last year, we ran out of microchips. The biggest producer of microchips in the world is Taiwan. And when all of the manufacturers like Ford and Hyundai and everybody decided to stop production or cut production at the beginning of the pandemic, they had a certain amount of supply of those chips. And then what happened is because of that lag, there was no microchips. So when we were building cars, there was no chips to put in the cars. So the problem now is there's an enormous amount of demand and there's not enough chips. So manufacturers have actually been scaling back the amount of options in new vehicles. So new vehicles today actually have less options in them than they did a year or two ago. The whole chip issue is many layers deep. This Got Dibs product solves the customer-facing issue, which is there's an incoming piece of inventory coming to that dealership, or there's an existing piece. Many people want that. Maybe you're at work, maybe you can't get there. You want to secure that vehicle because that's the vehicle that you've been researching and you know that you want. You can go ahead and put that hard deposit. This is the hardest deposit that you can put down. It's not a form submission or a phone call. It's not a lead. This is actually money in the dealership's bank that the customer's putting down on that vehicle. It's really exciting. It also solves credit card compliance issues. This gives the accounting office at the dealership full visibility into the transaction, and it gives the sales manager at the dealership the autonomy to manage those deposits. It's a win-win-win for everybody. We're so excited to show it to you. So if you're a dealership and you're interested in Got Dibs, all you gotta do is go to got-dibs.com, fill out a request, give us a call. We'll give you a product demo. Or if you're a Dom360 client, just call your account executive because Dom360 account executives are fully up to speed on Got Dibs and can't wait to show you the product. So let's talk about some April 2022 results. Dodge Chrysler Jeep store, 120% increase on service conversions. That's really cool. 13% increase in total SEM leads at a Toyota store. Another Nissan store, 45% increase in unique visitors from a Conquest E-Blast. So this is where you talk about that unfished bass pond, right? So you find the tactic that has not been utilized in that market for a long time. You exploit that niche, right? And that's what happened in this particular market. Here's a Subaru store, up 24% on total leads year over year. For those of you who know California, usually dealerships are clumped into auto centers. We would call them auto mall somewhere else, but this is actually like an actual state kind of regulated deal where all the dealerships go to one place. It's very hard to do auto center advertising and get that traffic to perform because you're dumping that traffic off on a group site, and we always know that a group site is a lower conversion rate. This is a success story where the bounce rate on a group site that has over 16 stores in it is only 36%. So I don't know if you know how big of an achievement that is, but for us, we're really proud of that. There's one result I'd really like to hone in on, and that is this Ford dealer in Atlanta beating everybody else out by 40 units. That's quite a feat. I'm not quite sure what's going on there other than everything's clicking. I know that this dealer is very engaged in what we do for them. So what does that mean? That means that we have 2 you cannot miss Zoom calls every single month. And the first one is usually at the beginning of the month, and this is to talk about our results from the previous month. So that call is going on now. It's usually with a director, it's with an account executive, it's with our team members, it's with the GM or the owner, his sales manager, his service manager. We have everybody in the room on that call. The financial statement has been closed out. We have all of the advertising results. We marry that data together and we find out where those little niches are that we need to exploit for the next month. The second meeting takes place the second half of the month. And so this is where we start to talk about next month, right? But we don't necessarily lay all the plans. So we kind of figure out the direction creatively, okay? We do lay in service merchandising. So service merchandising gets done at the end of the month, and that's just because The front of the house is so busy. The sales team is so busy. We don't want to disrupt the last 10 days of the month for them. We work on service the last 10 of the days of the month, and then once the calendar switches over, then we're right back on the sales side at the beginning of the month. This Ford store is just on it. Like, the owner's involved, the GM's involved, the service manager's involved, our team is completely involved. Every little thing works. And what we do in these meetings is we come up with a to-do list. So what do you need to do, Mr. Dealer, before that next meeting? And what do we need to do as an agency before that next meeting? And we hold each other to account. And that is probably where the magic happens, because we're all so busy. We all have a million things going on. For this to work, you need to work on what you need to work on, Mr. Dealer, and we need to work on what we need to work on. We bring all that together, and that's where the magic happens for everybody. I'm really excited to be a partner with this dealer and for Ford stores everywhere. It seems like this product that Ford has right now is good. Like, certain manufacturers come in and out of fashion. I think that the consumer population is happy with what Ford is producing, and that makes our job even easier. So it's really about putting the whole package together. We have duplicated this result for Ford stores around the country. So we've taken Ford stores that were 5, 6, 7, 8 in their zone and brought them up to 1, 2, or 3. So if you're a Ford store and you feel like you have more that you can get out of your market, give us a call.